Okay, so we're going to create an area plan here. And notice I'm on the first floor and I'm on the architecture tab. And I'm just going to drop down area in the room and area panel and click area plan. And then you get this little dialog box. We want gross building area, not rentable area. And we want the first floor. Okay, and I'm just going to hit OK. And it'll automatically create a boundary around the outside of your building and create the area plan. And that is the area plan right there. If you scroll down in the browser, you'll see now you have area plans and you're actually on this first floor area plan. Okay. So I'm just going to zoom in here. And I'm going to tag that area now just by clicking tag area. Okay, and you may get this message that no area tags are loaded. Would you like to load one now? And you just say yes. And tags are under the annotation folder, and the area tag is right there. Hit open, and it gives you the area tag, and it tells me my house is 879 square feet. So that's all there is to making an area plan. Now, couple little things that it may be kind of review here. We're going to put that area plan onto a sheet. So I'm going to go down here to the sheets, and I'm just going to replace the first floor reflected ceiling with an area plan because we're not doing a reflected ceiling plan. So I'm going to delete that, and then I'm going to right click, make a new sheet, and we're using the 22 by 34. Okay, and it created a new unnamed sheet here. I'm going to rename that as A3, and I'm going to call that the area plan. Hit OK. And I'm just going to scroll up to where the area plan is. And I'm going to drag it onto the sheet. And I just accidentally closed project browser there. So there you got a quick lesson on how to open that back up again. Okay, so there's the area plan. Now what's wrong with that? Well, it's got these elevation tags on it, and it's really small. Okay, so we're going to need to do some adjustment, and you'll have to do this with most of the views that you drag onto these sheets. So I'm just going to go back up to my area plan again. I'm going to double click it. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the crop region, and I'm going to crop this view down to size. Okay, and then I'm going to turn off the crop region because I don't really need to see that. Now to make it bigger on the sheet, I'm going to adjust the scale. You can see the default was 1/8 inch equals a foot, which is really small. I'm going to go all the way to a 1/2 inch equals a foot and see how that looks on the sheet. Okay, and that looks like that's pretty big, but I'm going to drag the view tag right up to the plan there and see if I can fit this onto the sheet. Okay, I'm just using the arrow key here to bump it up a little bit. Now if this were a floor plan that I needed to add dimensions to, this would be too big. But all we're interested in here is the area plan. And that's what you want to do with all of your views. You want to make them as big as you can, and they still fit on the sheet. You don't want to have this big sheet and then a tiny little floor plan in the middle of the sheet. Okay, especially when you print it out. This is a D size sheet. We're probably going to print it on a B size paper, so that if you have a little floor plan in the middle here, that floor plan is going to end up being about an inch tall when you print it out on a B size sheet. So make your views as big as you can. Now that causes a little bit of a problem here. This area plan tag, the text height on that is an 1/8 inch. Okay, that's kind of small. So what I'd want you to do there is go back to your area plan again and just click on that tag, and then go up and hit the Edit Family button, and it opens up that tag as a separate family. Okay, and I'm going to click on the room name here, and I'm going to hit Edit Type. Okay, and we can see there that the text size is 1/8 inch. I'm going to set that for 1/2 inch. Make it nice and big on the screen so we can read it. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the square footage. I'm going to hit Edit Type. Okay. Now on this one, the type is 1/8 inch. Okay, and I drop that down. It doesn't give me any other choices, so what I'm going to do is hit Duplicate, and I'm going to make a 1/2 inch label there, and then change the text size to 1/2 inch. If I don't duplicate that first, what's going to happen is the 1/8 inch type is going to have 1/2 inch size font, which could get confusing if you need to reuse it. Now you see it kind of overlaps now, so I'm just going to drag this down. Okay, then hit Load into Project, and this is the project I'm working on. Okay, and I'm going to overwrite the existing version, and it comes up, gives me a larger tag. Okay, and I could go back in and edit the family if I wanted the SF for square feet beside the 879. I could just go in, edit the family, and just make this box wider, and that would take care of that. Okay, so we go back to the sheet, and now you can see that tag's nice and big, and we'd be ready to fill out the title box and print this thing out.